Hello. I just wanted to give an update. The first week of school has basically came and went. It was a short week because of the holiday, and it was a very wet week for those that are in Arizona. Bizarre rain every single day. It was nice the first couple of days, and now, like by the third day, I was like, all right, I've had enough, I'm over it. Especially if you have small children. My kids have to be outside every day. If they're not outside every day, they don't know what to do with themselves. So that was a challenge, of course. But I think we're going to be okay because the sun's been shining yesterday and today. So the syllabus quiz came and went, and so now you guys are all pros on the rules of the game, so to speak, for this class, and we could move on from there. If any other questions, though, pop up, or if something's still confusing, go ahead and post it under the housekeeping items link, under the discussion board. Just post your question, and I check that, so I'll be sure to answer you. Also, for the Who Am I posts, you guys have been doing that right away. Thank you very much for that. That post is actually due tonight by 11, so not everybody has done that yet. It's worth 10 points, so you want to do it. It's just so we get to know a little bit about you. Either myself or Jill Carley will be reading your post. We decided to kind of split it up somewhat because, again, there are so many students in this class. But the ones I've read have been very interesting, so I really appreciate you telling us a little bit about yourself, as well as some of you have posted excellent pictures. So photogenic in exotic places, which is great. So that's always fun to see, too, and I know it's fun for students to see other students, and you guys can maybe get to know each other as well, which is really important. For this class now, hopefully you started reading. Maybe you're going to start reading this weekend, today. It's important to do. Chapters 1 and 2 are really the nuts and bolts of our government. So it just goes over basic information about our government, probably reminding you of what you learned in high school about American government. That's okay. A little bit more sophisticated than that, but the basic information is the same. I do mention in the notes, in the lectures for chapters 1 and 2, something about a citizenship or civic education test that I wanted you to take. That was for a prior semester. I recorded these prior to the 2000. It was either at the same time or prior to the 2008 election. I think it was kind of at the same time. But it may have been even before that, actually, I think. So I haven't updated them yet. So if I say, so if some things don't make perfect sense, like I talk about a citizenship test, and you're like, wait a minute, there's no citizenship test listed on here, it's because I had previously recorded the lecture. So just, ignore that. Or you can ask me. Somebody actually brought it to my attention, and that's why I looked over I listened to the notes again, and I noticed, I did say that. So some things and some of the politics I talk about, you're like, oh wait, that happened, a year and a half ago, or a year ago. Well, yeah, because that's when I recorded the notes. So just keep that in mind. I will have to revise these soon, though, because I don't want them too dated. So chapters 1, the nuts and bolts of American government. 2 and 3, I record them together. It's the origins and organization of our government. It kind of reminds you of American history. It's very kind of basic, a little bit about the origins of our government and the political philosophy that our founders had as well, and that we still share. Madison's Dilemma is a biggie in this. I talk a lot about Madison's Dilemma, which means you want to know what that is. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, chapters 4 and 5 I think it gets really interesting here because it's about public opinion in American political culture, and I kind of combine the two because the two inform each other. Our political culture and our political values inform our opinion and how we view certain issues and dilemmas going on in our society, political problems. And then, of course, our public opinion, how we feel about those issues. Sometimes the arrow could go the other way, and it informs our values and who we are as a people, as Americans. There will be a posting opportunity will be due this Friday, this coming Friday. Okay, so it's going to be the 29th. If you look at your syllabus, the 29th of January, which is crazy. It's going to be February already. But your first posting opportunity will be due. Again, the time is 11 p.m. There's a hard deadline there. It'll be available the 26th, I believe, which is going to be Tuesday morning around 5 a.m. It'll be available. And it's pretty detailed as to what I want. So be sure to read the instructions carefully. If any questions, if you have questions on that, I'll set up a. I'm going to set up another discussion board post just about questions about the book chapters or about the post. Okay, so then you can or about the posting opportunity. So then you could just you could post your question under that discussion board, and I'll be sure to read it and get back to you. But the instructions are pretty clear and detailed for what I expect on that post. And I'm also going to post, because it's going on right now, all the politics that's going on right now in American politics with the Massachusetts race and healthcare, and the Democratic Party is now kind of needs to regroup, if you will, and have a strategy. And the Republican Party, how they should be feeling really good right now, going into the midterm elections in November, and they're winning different seats, and they're feeling pretty good. So there's a lot of politics going on right now. I'm sure you guys are listening to the news and reading the newspapers, and so I'm going to post an article between this Friday and the following Friday, when you have your first quiz, which will be February 5th. I'll post an article, and I'll be sure to alert you to that article, and I'll want you to read it. We can discuss it in the context of the chapters as well. But that's kind of what your posting opportunity is also. So I'll always alert you when I post things that I want you to read. There are other postings, I think under the assignments link, but I may want to post some new information. I'll always tell you what to read by when. I think that's about all I wanted to say. If you have any questions, again, do not hesitate to send me an email or post it under the appropriate discussion board link, and we'll get back to you. Thanks.